St. George's Episcopal Church is a vibrant community that dates back to 1956. For over 69 years, our church has been ministering to the needs of the Dayton community. While facilities and faces have changed over the years, one thing remains the same: our commitment to Jesus Christ, to one another, and to the betterment of our community. As a result, our church today is an active community comprised of over 260 households. Led by a dedicated rector and a strong core of staff, lay leaders, and volunteers, there is an increasing number of ways that people of all ages can participate in the spiritual, educational, social, and service ministries of our church. Yet, despite our accomplishments and strong heritage of activity, some significant challenges remain. St. George's has 6 immediate needs that are critical to the comfort and functionality of its facilities. 5 of these are simply to ensure that our buildings will continue to work as they should, in order to serve our spiritual, educational, social, and service missions. The other need is highly visible and presents the first impression of our church and how we care for it to our Dayton community. The church's elevator is an important element in making our facilities welcoming, convenient, and accessible to everyone, especially those with more limited mobility. It was originally installed in 1995, and after 30 years, it needs significant upgrades. The elevator is difficult and expensive to repair, and downtime is increased because replacement parts are no longer available. Also, key mechanical and electrical systems, like the controller and circuits, are outdated and likely to fail. In coordination with updating the elevator, our fire control panel must also be updated. The fire control panel is the central hub of the building's fire alarm system, receiving and managing data from all fire detection devices. The current panel is outdated and incompatible with the needed elevator upgrade. This poses a significant risk to the safety of the building's occupants and facilities. Upgrading the elevator will ensure that all who come to St. George's will continue to have easy and safe access to all our services, activities, and events. The elevator's new electrical, electronic, and mechanical upgrades will meet building codes and improve reliability, safety, energy efficiency, and performance. Our undercroft kitchen lacks a fire suppression system, which is a critical safety feature. This poses an increased risk of property damage and jeopardizes safety regulations. Additionally, the kitchen's ovens are at the end of their lifespan and are increasingly unreliable when needed for our church's social events and outreach projects. Adding a fire suppression system to the existing vent hood and updating the kitchen with new commercial-grade, energy-efficient, high-capacity ovens will enhance safety and reliability, improve energy efficiency, and increase capacity. It will also significantly boost our ability to serve, particularly for events like Kairos and the Spaghetti Summer. Another critical need is the rectory's cast iron septic pipes. The rectory is supplied by well water and has a septic system for waste. The original cast iron pipes to the septic tank are nearing the end of their lifespan and threaten to compromise the septic system's function. A pipe failure would render the rectory unlivable. Additionally, the pipes run under the back patio, which would have to be demolished to reach them in the event of an increasingly possible major failure. After consulting sewer experts, our goal is to repair the pipes by inserting a PVC sleeve inside the old cast iron pipes, which will fix the pipe problems and prevent expensive major work, such as digging up the patio. The rectory's primary bathroom has an awkward layout, with undersized and dated fixtures and an old lay-flat linoleum floor. It is small, inefficient, difficult to keep clean, and uncomfortable. Remodeling the room will improve its usability and functionality for years to come and be a blessing to our rector and his family. Our outdated sanctuary restrooms limit accessibility for parishioners and guests. Redesigning them to meet ADA standards will ensure compliance and provide spacious, accessible facilities for all. St. George's front entrance represents the open arms of our church to all who come here. It should be an easy, convenient, protected, and welcoming area for people of all ages and abilities and for services of all types. Today, the entrance does not meet this goal. Its small front porch does not easily identify it as our main entrance, and it is open to the elements in inclement weather. One possible solution we are considering is to build a porte-cochere to create a more grand and identifiable front entrance that will also protect everyone from the elements and offer a convenient and accessible drive-up drop-off area. Everyone who attended Sunday services over the past few years is aware of the problems we had with our HVAC and furnace boiler. After the initial replacement quotes we received increased tremendously, The vestry took action to use reserve funds to make the necessary system repairs before there were further cost increases. We need to replenish the reserve funds to be prepared for the next emergency need. These funds safeguard our annual operating budget from being impacted by unexpected expenses, and it is our responsibility to be good stewards of both our church finances and facilities. Our 2025 budget for building and grounds maintenance, the Manor Lane Rectory, personnel, music, and programming, is estimated at $750,000. We are blessed to be able to cover some of these costs thanks to our endowment for capital projects, music ministry, and general operating expenses. The endowment is blessed with excellent management, low fees, and a sound investment portfolio. But despite this, the endowment at its current size generates only about $15,000 per year, which is not substantial given the budgetary needs of our growing parish. Furthermore, there has not been a fresh deposit into the principal in over 20 years. Our plan is to contribute an additional $250,000 to $500,000, increasing the fund's total principal to around $1 million. This is expected to generate an 8% return, providing an additional $55,000 annually to support the church's operating budget. This would mark a substantial and ongoing addition to our annual income, being a blessing and gift which keeps on giving. Following the critical immediate improvements the church facilities require, along with the desired financial improvements, we've also identified several less critical needs to be undertaken. These problems prevent our buildings from being their most functional, beautiful, comfortable, and welcoming. We use our undercroft for a variety of purposes, from large gatherings like the Spaghetti Supper and the parish annual meeting, to smaller gatherings like the new member class and potluck suppers. Unfortunately, these are diminished by our outdated, ineffective, and limited AV system. The poor audio quality and unreliable performance make it difficult to hear our speakers and presentations. There is no dedicated projector, and the existing screen is not ideally located. Installing a new, reliable audio-visual system will resolve these issues with our largest multi-purpose space, as well as expand our reach to those beyond our walls through the ability to have a well-equipped and readily usable room for our community. The parish hall is used for everything from VBS to Bible study to wine tastings and more. It is an inviting, comfortable room with numerous amenities, but with a very worn-out and stained carpet that was last replaced 25 years ago. Replacing the carpet will significantly improve this much-used space, making it a reflection of our church community, well cared for and welcoming. Our prominent marquee sign on Far Hills Drive offers the greater community its first impression of St. George's. Since 2015, the sign's electronic circuit board has had problems. Parts are hard to find and expensive to replace. The lighted messages are hard to read, making it hard to convey information to those passing by or coming to our facilities. The sign does not reflect the welcoming, caring, and well-maintained faith community that we strive to be for our members and the local neighborhood. Replacing the sign will not only beautifully identify St. George's Church along the Far Hills corridor, but also beautify our parish campus for years to come. Last on our wish list are some other improvements that, though not necessary, would enhance the atmosphere, beauty, and comfort of our worship and fellowship spaces. The rich warm wood of the sanctuary's arched ceiling lifts our eyes and our spirits upward. In contrast, the unpainted white plaster walls, framed by wooden buttresses, have become dull and stained over time, making them difficult to clean and maintain. The sanctuary plaster has never been painted. It's time to brighten, refresh, and restore the beauty of this sacred space. This meaningful improvement will reflect the care, reverence, and respect we hold for our worship space, for each other, and for those who lovingly maintain it. Our organ is a source of pride and joy in our worship services. The magnificent sounds of our grand and unique pipe organ are beloved and well known in the wider community. Our organists are limited, however, by the instrument's tonal range and manual and pedal playability. Our goal would be to reconfigure the pedal coupler system, which would greatly improve ease of playing the organ. This is a cost-effective way to modernize the organ and make it more versatile. We also would like to upgrade the organ with the addition of a new row of pipes, called a string stop, which would offer a wider variety of sounds and increase the organ's repertoire range. These updates will significantly add to the organ's tonal color and enhance its functionality to further enrich our worship and music services. St. George's strong community has been built through countless gatherings in our Undercroft gathering space. We know that a church's physical environment plays a significant role in shaping the experience of its members and visitors, and the cinder block walls of the Undercroft feel disconnected from St. George's welcoming spiritual atmosphere. Refreshing the Undercroft will make it a more inviting and comfortable reflection of our church's welcoming atmosphere. To address our needs and plans, we are initiating an ambitious fundraising effort titled the Sharing Our Faith, Securing Our Future campaign. This important effort aims to raise the funds needed to address our capital and other improvement needs. Our campaign council recommended setting a minimum goal of $700,000, which aligns with what they believe we can realistically expect to raise. So we have heeded their advice and decided to set a minimum goal of $700,000. This will enable us to tackle the most urgent primary projects, such as elevator and new fire panel upgrades, essential kitchen updates, rectory repairs, and main-level church bathrooms. A $1 million challenge goal has also been set. If met, this goal will allow us to complete all the immediate improvements and enhance our endowment fund. Finally, our ultimate goal of $1.5 million would allow us to go beyond our immediate needs and incorporate the secondary and lower priority projects that will enhance our facilities. These stretch goals reflect not only what is urgently needed but also our vision for a vibrant, welcoming, and enduring future. In order to reach our financial objectives, we will need both a substantial number of givers and a few fairly substantial gifts, as the following charts of gifts show. To ensure that we reach our objectives and our potential, all members and others associated with, or those who have a special interest in our cause or our church, are asked to consider special gifts over and above whatever they may already contribute regularly to us. Gifts to our campaign can be made in a variety of ways. Pledges are gifts that are payable over time or, in our case, over 3 years. Pledges are easier for most and essential to meeting our goals, since it would be impractical, if not impossible, to reach our objectives with one-time, out-of-pocket gifts. Pledged gifts may be paid in monthly, quarterly, semi-annual, or annual installments via cash, check, or credit card. And to ensure they're properly recorded, all payments must be visibly designated by the donor as being for the capital campaign, so that it can be distinguished from regular operating contributions. Non-cash gifts are an additional or alternative way to support our cause. These types of gifts include gifts of securities such as stocks, bonds, or gifts, though qualified charitable distributions such as IRA rollovers, gifts of real estate such as marketable land, homes, vacation homes, rental or commercial properties, valuable personal property such as precious metals, gems, jewelry, artwork, collectibles, and even new or slightly used and classic automobiles, watercraft, and motorhomes. Deferred gifts are another way you can support our efforts and are gifts that might be given or arranged for now, but may not be received until later, as would be the case with gifts of new or fully paid-up life insurance policies, certain types of trust arrangements or gifts, though a person's will by bequest. All non-cash and deferred gift offers, however, must be reviewed and approved by the church. Matching gifts may be a possibility too. In fact, if you serve on the board, work for, or have retired from a company that matches charitable gifts, you may be able to double or even triple your gift to our cause and church. So check with the company you work for, have retired from, or serve on the board of to see if they offer matching gifts for causes like ours. There are also a number of special giving opportunities available to donors of qualifying gift amounts that may be of interest to you. These opportunities show what the church can do with gifts at various levels. They also allow the donor the unique chance of being able to dedicate these gifts in honor or memory of whomever they choose, so long as it's approved. Whatever your gift or the method of making it may be, please be assured that your support is both urgently needed and will be greatly appreciated. Through the prayerful, volunteer, and financial support of many, and the extraordinary support of a few, our campaign can and will be a success. Then our past accomplishments as a church will only be a prologue to an even more promising and prosperous future, filled with even greater success. Won't you please join us in this exciting and essential effort to better ourselves and our ability to serve God and one another through the works of our church?